My name is Anthony, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the last ANC meeting of the 2024 calendar year and the last ANC meeting of this specific commission. Beginning in January, there will be several new commissioners, and a couple of people from the current commission who will be serving in the new one. And so hopefully many of them will be here tonight to introduce themselves as well. We officially have a quorum, so we can get started. Or I guess, Secretary George, would you take a roll call so we can confirm that we have a quorum?
Commissioners, when I call your name, please indicate present if you are present. Commissioner Pinckney, Commissioner Abell, Commissioner Lucarelli,
Present.
Commissioner Corniatis, Commissioner Morensic,
Present.
Commissioner George is present, Commissioner Weigel,
Present.
Commissioner Parati.
Present. And we have a quorum and we can get started. First thing we have to do is approve the agenda. The agenda was posted on the ANC website. This also includes a technical correction to 2 misnumbered resolutions, as well as a consent agenda that includes the November 2024 public meeting minutes and the technical correction to the resolution numbering. Are there any proposed changes or edits or objections to the consent agenda and the agenda for tonight's meeting from any commissioners? Hearing none, the agenda, including the consent agenda, is approved by unanimous consent. Next up, we have the treasurer's report. Treasurer Corniotis is not here yet, so we will skip that. And we will move on to official comments from city officials. So first up, we have Ms. Barbara Rogers from Council Member Louis George's office. Ms. Rogers, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me?
We can indeed. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Okay. Give me one quick second here. All righty. Good evening to the commissioners that are present, as well as to the community. I actually just have a couple of updates. The first update is a council update. The Clean Collection Act. During Tuesday's Committee of the Whole and Legislative meeting, the council passed the Clean Collection Act on its final reading. This is a bill that was introduced by Councilmember Louis George in 2022 to address trash overflow and rodent infestation by requiring adequate trash and recycling cans and more regular waste collection in multifamily buildings. So we are grateful to everyone who advocated for this bill, including our Ward 4 ANC commissioners, and we look forward to seeing this bill go into effect, which will keep our neighborhoods clean. DPW update. DPW has completed its first pass of all neighborhoods in Ward 4 and will begin its second pass in Section 4A starting on Monday, December 23rd. DPW is sharing weekly updates on its collection schedule for the upcoming weeks every Friday on its website. They also have a collection line number that I'm happy to put in the chat. Next update has to do with DC Health Link open enrollment. That has officially begun for DC residents. So DC residents, we have until January 31st, 2025 to explore plans and to enroll. There is also a link there, and I'm happy to put in the chat. And then an update from DC Water as it pertains to 4D. For the remainder of this week, DC Water is expecting to perform water service reconnections to individual properties on the 300 and the 400 block of Hamilton Street Northwest. And then just in closing, two things. If you don't get our newsletter, you can go to www.ward4news.com. I will put that link in the chat. And also to let you know that we do Ward 4 office hours every week. Every Wednesday, we're at Fort Stevens Recreation Center from noon to 1. We leave there and we go to the Hattie Home Wellness Center from 1:30 to 2:30. That's all I have. And in closing, I just want to say to all of the commissioners that will not be returning, we want to say thank you so much for your service. It has been a pleasure for me to work with you all, and we wish you well on whatever the next chapter is. I'm sure you'll stay engaged in the community, but from the council member's office, we just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rogers. We appreciate all the work that you do as well. And I know I will say for myself, I will miss seeing you every month. So thank you so much for everything.
You as well.
Anthony,
Next up-
make it
yeah.
sound like you're not going to come to every meeting.
Next up, we have a representative from the mayor's office. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, questions from commissioners.
Thank you, Barbara. We have your number, so don't worry, you'll be hearing from us. A couple of questions about the Clean Act bill or whatever what is it called exactly? The Clean bill for trash, et cetera. Does that include our public spaces such as Lorenzo Allen Park? Because I know from even a public health perspective, that park in particular is not cleaned as often as it should be. And that's a problem. And then, so that's my first question. And that's my only question for you. Thank you.
Let me unmute. That particular act, Commissioner CC, it pertains to multifamily buildings. So more like apartment buildings. I know that we have received many, many complaints about, again, overflow of trash dumpsters at multifamily buildings. So that is what that particular act pertains to.
Which actually reminds me, thank you. So that would include, for example, Commissioner Pinckney's building, correct? Because of
Correct.
the
Correct.
issues that they've been having, especially
Correct.
that have actually affected the health of several residents. So I'm happy to hear that something
Okay.
is actually being done.
Okay.
Other questions from commissioners? Hearing none, we will move on to the representative from the mayor's office. We have a representative here from the mayor's office. Oh, welcome.
Good evening. My name is Leticia Acosta. Thank you for having me here today. I'm the Ward 4 liaison, and I have been working a short period of time, so I do like to thank you guys for including me an assistant where I could assist. And Ms. Cece, we have flagged the Lorenzo Park to DGS just about the maintenance, so we hopefully to hear something back. Because I know that's been a ongoing concern during the ANC meetings.
And it included DPW as well, because I think they
Yeah.
tandem, yes.
And also as Ms. Barbara said about DPW, as we've been talking to DPW, they do prefer now for you to break the leaves towards the tree, the box trees, because it's came about that a lot of people are putting yard waste inside the bags, which that mess up the truck when they put it inside the truck. So they're recommending more for just to be by the tree boxes. If you do have, if it was leaf collection in your areas and you see the paper bags, you could flag it to us and we'll let the supervisors know to go by the neighborhood and pick them up. And also, as Ms. Barbara mentioned, the DC Health Link is open. Also, if you guys have any 311 requests that are pending and I could further assist, please let me know, so I could just assist and follow up with the agency.
Thank you so much. Questions from any commissioners?
I have one question for you. Thank you for coming and for your commitment to the city, et cetera. We wish you the best of luck in your MOCR position. I believe we both attended the mini commission on aging a couple weeks ago, where a resident mentioned that in her area, her leaves were not picked up yet, and she's put in, consistent requests through 311. I've done the same on my block which is 7th place between Gallatin and Farragut, because we've actually not had our leaves picked up for 2 years consecutively. And they're supposed to be picked up by Friday. And we'll see if that happens, but if it doesn't, I will follow up with Randy and you directly,
Mhm.
because it's an issue as they, continue to be there. It's a slippery effect and so on and so forth. So
And including me in the email because I could add the award for supervisor for the leaf collection. And he will follow up also.
thank you very much.
Commissioner George.
And Leticia, thanks for coming. And I know we've talked about this a little bit today, but if you could just share with the community the details that you know about the like gun death that happened earlier today on Crittenden or Crittenden or Buchanan. Whatever you can share would be very helpful just to keep everybody informed.
So for what I received, what I call watch commander, they're still under investigation. From what they mentioned is a self-inflicted wound. So the person actually shot himself. So he said they're still under investigation. So he did not give me further information. I know a PSA was put out, but they're not right now. They're not giving no more details.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions from commissioners?
Oh, one quick thing. I just wanted to thank the mayor and Chairman Mendelson for hosting that lovely holiday event last week, I believe. And that's all. I just wanted to pass that message.
Any other comments or questions from commissioners? Ms. Leticia, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Next up, we will go back to the treasurer's report from Treasurer Corniotis. Treasurer Corniotis, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairman Parati. So this evening, as of in real time, our available balance is $21,535.54. I'm still in the process of closing out our books for our term. And so once that's completed, we expect to get our Q1 disbursement of around $5,500 in our account. And part of wrapping everything up will include uploading any pertinent documents for the next treasurer, and so on and so forth. But our current balance as of today is $21,535.54.
Any questions from any commissioners? Right. Hearing none, we will move on to the next item. Commissioner Pinckney is not here to talk about the Kennedy Street Library, so we will move on to an ABCA request for a stipulated liquor license for Poplar at 701 Kennedy Street, as presented by Commissioner Lucarelli. Commissioner Lucarelli, the floor is yours.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I believe that the applicant is either in the room. Oh, yeah. Hi, good evening. Yeah, and so I would invite her up to the microphone just to let everyone here and online know a little bit more about the request for the stipulated liquor license at 7th and Kennedy. Thanks.
My family also owns Poncho Cidery and Bermuda, so we've been pretty much an anchor here on the Kennedy Street corridor.
Is the microphone on? Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
maybe I'll just get closer.
So we've been pretty much an anchor on Kennedy Street, I think, to help revitalize the neighborhood. We are starting our second business now on Kennedy Street, right on the corner of 7th and Kennedy. And we have our placard up from APCA, and with what we're asking is a stipulated license so that we can operate events fully. I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Questions from commissioners or anything commissioners want to add?
No, not at this time. But I would ask, the commissioners to think about what Ms. Fitz just said, and see if we could entertain a motion to, or well, can we do that? Like, can we make a motion to endorse this stipulated license?
We do have a draft letter on the agenda for
Okay,
for
great.
later tonight. Yeah.
Thanks.
So,
Um,
Commissioner George.
yeah, so can you just share the hours and just explain what a stipulated letter of endorsement
Sure.
is and how it relates to a
Of
regular
course.
APCA application?
So with the placard, we have to keep it up 45 days on our door in order to operate and start actually generating some income from our business. Having the stipulated license would allow us to serve alcohol at our establishment for dining. During the week, we are only going to be open on Fridays and then on the weekend, Saturday. 10 PM will be, I believe, 10 or 11 on Saturday, and Friday would be closer to midnight.
And can you talk to us a little bit more about sort of what you envision the restaurant to be like? What sort of crowds do you see there? Just so you can give the community a sense of kind of what the business is going to be.
No problem. So as some of you may know, our Ancho and Brightwood Pizza establishment is very family friendly. We are trying to stay within the same wheelhouse there, but also create a little bit more of a catered environment to adults. So it'll be small plates, wine bar, more high end for the neighborhood. So you don't feel like you need to go downtown for an uptown experience.
Mhm. Thank you. Any other questioners? Commissioner Bell?
Oh, never mind. I think my question was answered in that last response. Thank you.
Any other questions from commissioners?
Sorry, just to clarify, your only hours during the stipulated period are Friday and Saturday. Friday, 10 AM to 11 PM, Saturday, 10 AM to midnight.
Correct. And I would like to stipulate without this license, we have to pay for a catered license to actually bring in alcohol during those time periods. And as a small business owner, it really adds up quite quickly. And we're really trying to revitalize this space and, help push forth more change in the community. And it would be greatly appreciated if we could get this stipulated license currently.
And I'm sorry, another question. After the stipulated period is over and you're applying for and the regular license kicks in, what's, just for our own curiosity, what are your intended hours? Is it going to be 7 days a week, 5 days a week, or just it's only going to be weekends?
Yeah, for the time being, it's just myself, my husband, and our chef working. So that's pretty much all we can handle right now as small business owners. And we have families. I have 2 kids, so that's pretty much all I can afford a babysitter for, to be honest.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Any other questions from commissioners? Thank you so much. So,
Sorry.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I am understanding correctly. So there is a stipulated license, and then there's a regular license application pending as well that we will be considering. Am I understanding that correctly?
we're not considering the regular license tonight.
But it is, I was asking the owner that you are applying for a regular license as well, right? That is
Correct.
Is that okay? All right.
Mhm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioner George?
And just to clarify, we have the placard details for their regular license at the bottom of our agenda. The protest petition deadline is January 27th. So I think we, as a commission, we're not planning on discussing it tonight, although we could. But there will also be an opportunity for the commission in January to discuss it further if they feel the need.
Any other questions from commissioners? Thank you so much. We'll be voting later this evening. So if you want to stick around for a little bit in case any members of the community have comments or questions as well, but we'll be voting later on. Thank you so much. Next up, we have a resolution from Commissioner George related to Initiative 83.
Yeah, that's right. We drafted a resolution that encourages the council and the mayor to push ahead with implementation of Initiative 83. As background, Initiative 83 was an initiative that was voted on during this most recent election. It got, I think, over 70% support throughout the city and supermajority support in every ward. And what it calls for was the implementation of ranked choice voting in semi-open primaries and district elections, beginning with the June 2026 primary election. In order to actually implement Initiative 83, the council and the mayor will need to take some steps to implement it through the Board of Elections. This resolution notes the widespread support for the initiative, including supermajority support here in Ward 4, and calls upon the council and mayor to respect the will of the voters and implement Initiative 83 as it was voted on, and not play games with delaying or avoiding implementation of Initiative 83.
Any questions or comments from any of the commissioners related to the resolution? Hearing none, we will move on. Next, we have an introduction of the incoming commissioners for the 2025 to 2027, I think, ANC. First up, we have the representative for ANC 4D01. Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay. Although I will say that since Commissioner Abell and Commissioner Morenzik are returning, in case they have any words that they'd like to say, Commissioner Abell, anything you'd like to say as a returning commissioner?
Only to thank the previous commissioners for their periods of time here, and excited to continue this on. And hope that you will help us in transitioning, because we have such a new set of people. Even I am new. I think Commissioner Morenzik is the only one who's maybe a little bit more seasoned. So we are hopeful that you will continue to assist us in this transition period, and thank you all for your time and your service.
Thank you, Commissioner Bell. And again, Commissioner Bell is representing 4D02. Commissioner Morenzik is also returning. He's representing ANC 4D05. Commissioner Morenzik, would you like to say anything?
Hello, everybody. Greetings from Kyoto, Japan. It is 8:55 a.m. here, but I wanted to call in and say thank you, everybody, for serving with us on the commission this last term. It was a huge learning curve. I want to thank Chair for your leadership, and everyone who's just been a huge help to each other. It's rare that we have such a collegial group working together on these types of issues, and I just want to say it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to staying in touch with all of you.
Thank you, Commissioner Morenzik. We also have Jen Kaufman here, who will be the next representative for 4D08. Jen, would you like to say anything?
Hi, looking forward to serving. It's been a pleasure getting to know the other commissioner-elects, and look forward to working together with you all, as well as continuing to represent my neighbors that have been so wonderful and helpful throughout this. So thank you. And happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have I missed any other commissioners who might be here online anywhere? No. Okay, we will move on. Next up, we have comments or questions from the community. And so if you are here in the room and would like to speak, we just ask that you use the microphones so that you can be heard online. Otherwise, if you are online, please use the raise hand function. Any questions or comments from anyone in the community related to anything on the agenda or any other issues that they would like to bring up? Oh, yes, please.
I'm sorry, should we just speak or should we raise the hand?
If you could use your raise hand function, but we have someone here first who's going to go, and then I will call on you in just a moment.
Okay, hold on, raise my hand.
There you go.
My name is Deborah Corbett, and I'm at 5300 block of First Street. There has been a car parked on our street, and I put a request in 311 the end of October. It had been parked there for 3 weeks. There has been no movement on this vehicle at all since mid-October. I have put in 3 to 4 311 requests. And they've said that basically there's nothing we can do about it. It has Virginia tags, it's valid Virginia tags. We got feedback that the person has gone online in DC and said that they're bringing the car into the district and that they have 60 days. Well, 60 days is up. 60 days was up back the first week of November. And we keep calling, they said it's not abandoned. The person has gotten 3 to 4 tickets. They have thrown the tickets in the gutter. We've gone out to see that. Then they put a sign on the car that says, "It broke," not even the correct English, on the back of their bank statement. I've been there since 1980, and I've never encountered this before. And I feel helpless. I'm handicapped. I have handicap tags. I park in the garage to allow people to be able to park on the street because we have limited parking. I really am at my wit's end, and I really need some help. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be happy to help you with that. I actually live on your block. I'm apparently not very observant because I didn't notice the car there at all. So I'm sorry about that. But if you are able to forward me the 311 requests, I can follow up directly with the city on those and see what the status is and why they haven't been able to do anything or what we can do about it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, of course.
Sorry, Commissioner, could
yes.
could the address be stated again? What was the address nearest?
It's the 5300 block of First Street Northwest.
5300 block.
Yeah.
Yes, it's parked right under the city light between 5320 and 5322.
Got it. I will also assist. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner.
When I provide the information on the 311, I will give you tag number, the color, and everything else. Oh, by the way, the registration, the number that's in the window that says the VIN number, my husband put it in the system and it's wrong. So
before you leave tonight, I'll give you my ANC email address so that you can send me the 311 requests and I can follow up. So thank you so much.
If I may add,
yes,
Mr. Chair, I just want to advise everyone, oftentimes you get better attention if you can point out deficiencies in the vehicle, any broken windows and things like that, that can lead to rodents and things entering so those usually get you better attention. So I just wanted to point out, if when you do make 311 requests such as that, do point out any rodent infestation and things like that, and that does get a little bit better attention. Yeah.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, I see a raised hand by Faye Anderson. Faye Anderson,
Yes.
are you there?
Yes, good evening, everyone, to the commissioners, to the resident. I bring you greetings from Georgia Avenue Family Support Collaborative. I'm sure the collaborative is not new to you guys. We've been around for the last 25 years, serving families and youth in Ward 4 area. I have with me here tonight another staff member, Misty Ayelo, and she's working as a community engagement coordinator on a very new project that we starting in the Brightwood community. And I want to just 2 minutes to kind of share in a nutshell what the Brightwood Family Success Center is about. One, we are funded through the Child and Family Services, CFSA, and to us to provide family well-being and community safety. We partner with a number of community-based organizations, the MPD, Emory Beacon of Light, Urgent Wellness, DC Prevention Ward 3 and 4 Prevention Center. And of course, we are providing on-site computer services to our families in the city, and of course, business and employment readiness, to name a few. Why we're here tonight, because we believe in order for this Brightwood Family Success Center to emerge and to be successful in the community, we need the community involvement. And a large part of the progress that we anticipate for the Brightwood Family Success Center is to have the community drive this process. And so we're in the process of recruiting community residents with lived experiences to be a part of this process. And we are looking to launch in January. But before we do so, we're going to every community organization that we can possibly find in the community, talking to the key stakeholders, to the gatekeepers, to make sure that they are aware of what is happening and be a part of this process. Because again, this process cannot emerge and help to support the residents of this Brightwood cluster if we don't have the community persons involved. And so I just give you a nutshell. I am more than willing to share our executive summary with the ANC for you to get a deeper understanding of what this Brightwood Family Success Center is about. We currently identify a location in the Brightwood cluster. It's at 6203 12th Street Northwest, and it's in a residential corridor, and we're wrapping around the residents that's in that street around this process. But we want to make sure that we have, as I mentioned, community buying to make sure that we are on track and having the community involved in this process at least 100%. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. And if you have any question, myself and Misty is more than available to respond. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions from any commissioners?
I just like to thank you for all of your service to the community. It's very helpful in building the community that we aspire to be. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And more to come in our next meeting. We will be a part of your next meeting. And as it progresses, we're going to share all the great things that that's happening with the Brightwood Family Success Center. Thank you again.
Thank you. And I see that Misty also has her hand raised, so I don't know if there's anything that she wants to add.
No, I just wanted to introduce myself. As she said, I'm the bilingual engagement coordinator for this program. I'm very happy to be here. I look forward to being here present for other meetings. I do plan on attending all of them and getting to know you all better. Thank you, commissioners, for letting us speak and introducing ourselves today.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you being here tonight. Next up, I see a hand raised by Jen Kaufman.
I believe Uptown Main Street was first.
I can't see from here. I can only see one hand raised at a time. So Uptown Main Street, are you there?
Yes, we are. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Great. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Uptown Main Street. I'm Gabriela Mossi, the Executive Director. I wanted to make some announcements of things that are going on for the holidays. We have several events. One of them goes on the entire month and is called the Holiday Hunt. So this is a scavenger hunt and fun trivia and other activities that you can join for the entire month. It is free and you can win many, many prizes. When I say many, it's a lot. There are a lot of prizes and it's very easy. The easiest thing is to go to dcholidayhunt.org. And we have more than a dozen of our small businesses along Kennedy Street and Upper 14th participating. You're going to find secret codes and other things to do to win points and win those prizes. So that's something for everybody, family-friendly event. If you want to venture a little bit farther, to your neighbors on 14th Street. There is a free family portrait or free photo with your pet or your friends on Saturday. And the background is going to be 2 giant nutcrackers. So it should be fun to get to go and get the free photo. They're also going to have a pop-up market there. And this is at a place called Treehouse. Treehouse is at 4722 14th Street. So right across from the bus barn. So that's on Saturday. So just a couple of events here in the Uptown area that we serve. If you have any questions or you want more details about the events, always visit our social media. And of course, you can contact us at Uptown Main Street. So happy holidays and thank you.
Just one quick question. What time is the event on Saturday? And thank you for everything you do. We know you do a lot, and it's really revitalized our area. So we're really appreciative.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We are already planning more fun and family-friendly events for the coming year. When it comes to this Saturday, the free photo is from 12 to 3 p.m. There's also going to be complimentary cider and coffee. If that, for all who visit, again, 12 to 3, there will be a photographer there for you to pose for your photo. 2722 14th Street.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Next
you.
up, we've
Good
got
night.
Jen Kaufman.
Hi there. Thank you, commissioners. I wanted to note that as a parent of a child that utilizes school buses through OSSI to go to school, to attend school, I am seeing probably in the realm of hundreds of cars zooming past stopped school buses with flashing lights or the stop sign that is actually extended out. Wanted to let folks know because I think this is information that not everyone is aware of. But passing by a bus when the lights are flashing, even if you don't necessarily see a stop sign, is also against the law. And unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, because the intention is to keep folks safe, but wanted to make sure folks knew that that is quite a steep fine. It's actually $500 an infraction. And recently I saw on the news that there was a video camera from here in 4DO8 actually of dozens of cars passing by a bus and getting each fine $500. So wanted to let folks know about that. There is a new program that started this year. There's cameras in some of these buses. And so if you see a school bus, and its lights are flashing or it has the stop sign extended, please do stop. If you pass that bus, you could get ticketed. And there's children who are counting on you to help keep them safe and get to school safely. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Other questions or comments from members of the community? I don't see any other hands raised, but I did hear that Eliza Cava, one of the new commissioners, may have joined us. Eliza, are you there? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Eliza, would you like to introduce yourself as the new representative for 4D04?
Yes, sure. Hi, thank you so much. I was trying to help someone jump their car in the parking lot and unfortunately was not successful, but did get wet. So I'll be the new incoming commissioner for 4D04. I live at Delafield and 9th Street. I'm very excited to take on the role starting in January. I had a wonderful coffee with Commissioner CC this morning to learn more about the commission and our single member district. And I'm really excited to get started and to meet my fellow incoming and stay over commissioners and continue to better get to know the neighborhood. I'm familiar broadly with the work of the ANC, but have not been a regular attendee at meetings. So I know there's a lot to learn, and I'm eager to meet folks who can fill me in. So I think you included our emails in a recent newsletter, right? Yeah. Our personal emails. So So anyone who has those can, in my single member district, please feel free to reach out, and then I'll take over the single member district email, the ANC email in January.
Well, welcome and good luck to
Thank
you. Next up, we have motions and votes on business before the commission. First up, we have the ANC letter of endorsement for the stipulated license for Poplar. This was a letter that was presented in draft form by Secretary George, so commissioners have had a chance to read it. I move that the ANC endorse the letter of commission, or endorse the letter for the stipulated license. Can I have a second?
So moved.
Commissioners, when I call your name, please say aye if you approve the endorsement or nay if you don't. Commissioner Pinckney. Commissioner Abell.
Aye.
Commissioner Lucarelli.
Aye.
Commissioner Corniotis.
Aye.
Commissioner Morensic.
Aye.
Commissioner George.
Aye.
Commissioner Weigel.
Aye.
And I am an aye as well. The motion passes. The letter is approved. Next up, we have a motion to approve the resolution related to Initiative 83 as drafted by Secretary George. I move that the commission adopt the motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Commissioners, when I call your name, please say aye if you approve the motion. Commissioner Pinckney. Commissioner Abell.
Aye.
Commissioner Lucarelli.
Aye.
Commissioner Corniotis.
Aye.
Commissioner Morensic.
Aye.
Commissioner George.
Aye.
Commissioner Weigel.
Aye.
And I am also an aye. The motion carries and the resolution is approved. Next up, we have final parting words from commissioners who are about to leave office. And so commissioners, this is your opportunity to make any last comments or announcements to the community and to your commissioners. So when I call your name, the floor is yours. Commissioner Pinckney is not here. Commissioner Abell, I know you had a chance to speak already, but is there anything else that you would like to say?
No, I think I'll leave the time for others.
Commissioner Lucarelli?
No, sure. Yeah, just wanted to say that it's been a pleasure working alongside all of you all, as well as the folks online. It's been a very interesting experience, and I've learned a lot about how the city works, and I've met a lot of really great people, and I just want to thank everyone for your patience and for being a lot of the great ideas that help move the needle, because I know it can be excruciatingly slow moving here in the district, but little by little we're making a lot of big changes. Particularly if you look at Georgia Avenue and the advocacy that we put forth regarding changes specifically to that roadway. So it gives me a lot of hope that we will that change is possible. It's just we have to be patient, work together. So thanks for working with us, and I look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Corniotis?
Good evening, everyone who's here and who's online. I just want to say that I like to joke that this was my third time running for the position. Third time's a charm, I guess. I've lived in my home. It's going to be 12 years on December 23rd, so next week. And the neighborhood on the whole has evolved greatly. Some ways good, some ways bad, or in some ways right in the middle. And this has been an amazing experience, opportunity. My best friend always says life is a correlation of experiences, and this is just one of the experiences that I'll always treasure. And as I said to Eliza earlier today, my intention was to run for a second term, but life happens. And so I'm leaving 4D04 in very good hands, and I'm not going anywhere in the sense that we're a team with everything that you need. I'm here for you, but I'm also going to give you the grace and respect to make this role your own, which I think is very important. And with that, thank you to the community, 4D04 specifically, 4D at large. And, I'll miss working with all of you, but I think we're going to continue being friends. And that's what's most important, is that growing and building of community, regardless of position. So I wish everyone happy holidays and a blessed and healthy new year.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Morenzich, I know you've had a chance to speak, but is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just want to follow up again that it's been a pleasure serving with everyone, and I know we'll see each other around the neighborhood.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner George.
Thank you. I would echo everything the other commissioners have said. It has been a real pleasure serving in this role and getting to represent the community. My family really is deeply thankful about being able to make a home here, and it has been a pleasure being able to give back in some small way. So thank you all for the opportunity to do that. Thank you so much to the other commissioners for being partners in it. Special thanks to Director Ken Bass over there, who has been overseeing the Office of ANCs at a time where our ANC's technological needs throughout the city has changed dramatically as we've all kind of come back from the pandemic, and many of us have needed to adopt hybrid meeting models. As you can see, the amount of work that has gone into making sure commissions are able to seamlessly do that every month has been tremendous, and it's been fantastic working with Director Bass every month to be able to reach our community in a lot of different ways. And also special thanks to Chair Anthony Parati, who has been a fantastic leader these 2 years, helped manage our meetings to go smoothly, helped provide leadership support, inspiration, and direction at many different times throughout the 2 years. I don't think we could have functioned effectively without you. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I will miss it, and I'll miss working with all of you. Good luck to the commissioners who are taking office next year, and thank you all for continuing to serve.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Weigel? Commissioner Weigel may have stepped out. I'll just say
No, I'm here. I just got an angry baby next to me. Sorry, it took forever to find the mute button. I'll be quick about this because I don't have much time before this guy screams again. It's really been an honor to serve in this capacity for my neighborhood, for specifically 4D07, but also the greater 4D neighborhood in general, to help get our finances, I feel, straightened out and in a good place for the incoming commissioners. Has been really, really awesome to watch and be a part of. It's been a big learning curve, getting to face the operations of helping the commission be functional and pass resolutions and, be able to field the concerns of our neighbors and constituents. It's really been a lot to learn about that and the working of the city and connecting, the residents with the services it's been amazing to learn. As a teacher, it's really cool to see. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop. As you can see, I got my hands full, and thanks so much to the officers for everything you guys did. I know you're doing a lot, burning the candle at both ends for organizing all of our meetings and everything else. I'm excited for the incoming commissioners to go through the same learning curve I went through. It is really amazing. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Weigel. I'll just say very, very briefly that much of the news that we read and watch focuses on conflict between parties, conflict between political actors, conflicts between countries, because it's dramatic and entertaining, and it sucks up a lot of attention. But the real work in a democracy often happens on the sidelines, often happens quietly, where people don't even notice. And it involves talking to neighbors, rolling up your sleeves, doing the boring administrative work that needs to be done, finding space to compromise and work things out. And I think a lot of people often don't appreciate or realize how much work goes into building a community through that kind of work. And that's exactly what the ANCs do. And so I want to thank all of the commissioners for putting in the time and the effort to try to make the community a better place to live, to try to make those improvements that again, just kind of slip under the radar, but add up into making this a cleaner, safer, happier place. I want to thank the commissioners for all the time and effort they put into their work. Every single one of the commissioners here took their role very seriously. They very much wanted to help the people who live in their neighborhoods. They put in an extraordinary amount of time and effort into organizing meetings and writing up resolutions, working with constituents and with city officials to try to do that hard, sometimes boring, sometimes challenging administrative work to make this a better place. So I'm very appreciative of all the work that they've done. I'm very appreciative of all that they've taught me. And I'm also appreciative of all the people who live in this community who, again, quietly and neighborly try to cooperate and work with one another to make this a happier and better place. So thank you all. And I encourage all of you to keep coming and keep participating in the years to come. Any other business before the ANC tonight? Hearing none, the ANC is therefore adjourned for the year. So thank you all for coming tonight. Hope everyone has a very happy holiday in whatever way you celebrate it. And wish you all the best of luck. So take care, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, everybody.